Hi, Mr. Barry. Kim Flager.
Hello,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
So glad that you came in for the interview today.
Well, thanks for having me in.
We read through your application and it was stellar.
Thank you.
Yes, so we couldn't wait to meet you. Just to review, the job is an 8 to 5 job. It's a data entry job. We work in a group setting, working on lots of projects and reaching our goals. Pretty enthusiastic atmosphere.
Awesome. I love enthusiasm.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, you know my name, Ben Barry. I am married, have 5 kids. A lot of fun with them.
So you're used to a group setting in
Oh
that
yes,
case,
yes,
then.
yes.
Okay.
They keep me very busy, and we're always running, but wouldn't have it any other way. I've been actually in the education field really for the last 14 years, working as a science teacher and a middle school counselor. Love working with them, but due to some life changes we've got going on, we're looking to do something different. With my wife having some job changes, and I want to do something different, and I read about this job, did a little looking online. It sounded like it'd be a perfect fit for me, and you know, especially I'd heard a little bit about the work environment being enthusiastic, and that's coming from middle school. I love enthusiasm, so I thought it'd be great to get involved with this.
Okay, well, what kind of experience do you have with data entry?
Did some data entry in college with some jobs like that, and then really with my middle school counseling career, I did a lot of computer work, entering. We had a lot, you know, the way schools are these days, you have a lot of data. And we were always doing studies. I worked with the other counselor, worked with the staff. We were always trying to input things. It's really become a data field. The field you're talking about, working for a business, I haven't done as much with that, but I love it. And the little bit of studying I've done, I want to get more involved. And I'm looking at some classes I can take at the local college too.
Okay. All right. Well, what would you say some of your strengths are then? Obviously, your experience with data entry, and you have a lot of experience with a lot of people.
Right. Yeah.
What else?
Yeah. Well, the biggest strength I'd say is working with people. I really like working with others. It's something I thrive on. I like, and it doesn't have to be team leader. It doesn't have to be, you know, just a member of the team. It's whatever people need me as. I'm willing to fit in, give my input, my ideas. I'm a hard worker. I grew up on a farm here in Iowa, so I'd like to think I know the value of hard work. It was kind of, you wake up, you get doing whatever my grandpa or my dad left me for chores, and you work till you're done. And one of the lessons they always gave me is, you know, no job's worth doing unless you do it right. So when I do put my mind to something, I really try to make sure I do it the correct way.
All right. Well, do you know anything about hip-hop dancing?
I don't.
You might be working with a co-worker that has hip-hop experience.
I don't, but I've worked with a lot of different, like I said, students. Maybe I'll learn something.
Okay. So you've talked about your strengths. What are some of your things that aren't so strong?
Ooh, like weaknesses, probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest weakness I have is probably experience, like you said. I'm coming from working in the school system for 14, 15 years. Is kind of a new thing for me. It's as exciting as it is, and as much as I'm ready to learn, to be honest, it's probably my weakness is that I just haven't done a job like this for a long time. So, but I'd like to think after a little bit and I get get on my feet, I think that weakness might end up being my strength.
Okay, all right. How well do you think you work with others?
I like to think pretty good. If you know, I don't know how much research you're doing on the people interviewing, but I think if you check with former bosses, the principals, even the superintendent, I think you'll find that they're impressed with how I work. I mean, in a school, I was always part of a team. With a counselor team, I was with the teacher team. We were planning things. I was even teaching in the classroom, which honestly is working with 25 teenagers every day. So even at home with my wife and kids, that's working with others. And so I've worked with all different types of people, and I've yet to find a group that I don't, you know, fit in perfectly with or work somehow with. But you know, every experience is unique, but I really enjoy meeting people and working well with them.
All right. Well, thank you. And what makes you think you are a great fit for this job?
You know, I'm sure some of the people you have come in here are data entry people. Like that's something they've done.
Wide variety of experiences.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm coming in as a teacher and educator, and that may look a little different. But the thing is, when I read the ad for it, it talked about need enthusiastic, positive people that like to work well with others, and I thought that's me.
Mhm.
So if that's honestly what you're looking for this job, someone is going to bring in some energy, enthusiasm, and is going to want to sit right along 4 or 5 others and work at a job, I think I'm the perfect fit. I can learn the rest, but I'm going to bring some energy to this.
All right. Before we finish, do you have any questions for me about this position?
Yeah, I do have a couple questions. Who would I report to? Like if I have questions that I'm learning, who would I go to for that?
Basically me, that
Okay.
will be your
Awesome.
immediate supervisor. And then we also have Mrs. Anderson, who is the chief CEO
Yep.
of the company. She's also a great resource for all of us.
Yeah, I have a couple people I know that have worked for your company before. Had nothing but great things to say about you, but then also about Miss Anderson. They said that if I did have questions, she'd be great to go to. So
Mhm. She's very available to us. She's
Good.
very hands-on supervisor.
awesome. The other question is just, it didn't say a whole lot about I mean, it said like a 40-hour week job. Is this an 8 to 5? And with 5 kids, 5 kids at home, that was one of my concerns my wife had is, what will my time here be?
Right, we are a company that is based on family value.
Awesome.
So at 5 o'clock, we expect you to leave.
Okay.
There are times where we'll have a huge project that we'll have to put in extra hours, but we will let you know well in advance that that's happening so you can fit that into your priorities.
Yeah, which that's no problem. That's no
We
problem.
don't work weekends here.
Okay.
Definitely, we're very family oriented.
Very good. Well, I think as a dad of 5, that's pretty important to me too. So, and that's what I kind of heard from a few of the people I did a little research with, that they said this is not only a fun place, an enthusiastic place, but they said it's a place that values that type of a very small family type oriented business. So good. Well, I'm excited. So
Well, I tell you what, we are reviewing applications and doing interviews this week, and we are making our decisions by the end of the week.
Okay.
And we will definitely be calling you.
well, thank you very
We'll
much.
let you know one way or the other.
Awesome.
So thank you very
Well,
much.
yeah,
your
thank you for
time.
coming in.
Appreciate it very much.
All right, thank you. Nice meeting you, by the way.
Nice meeting you too.